In the Oval Office of the White House, sitting in front of Donald Trump are the chief executives of the world's 7 most powerful weapons manufacturing companies. The timing is critical. War drums have once again begun to echo across the skies of the Middle East, with Iran at the very center of the conflict. At this closed-door meeting were leaders from defense giants like Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, Boeing, Northrop Grumman, BAE Systems, L3Harris Technologies, and Honeywell Aerospace. After the meeting, Trump announced that these companies had agreed to increase production of advanced weapon systems by 4 times. War means destruction, death, and suffering. But behind the ruins, another story unfolds, a story of profit and expansion for a select group. The backlog of orders for these arms manufacturers has reached an unprecedented level, surpassing even the GDP of many countries. While the United States spends billions of dollars in weapons against Iran, the stock prices of defense companies are soaring. War is no longer just about territory or ideology. It has become one of the most profitable businesses in the world. So, what weapons are being used in these attacks on Iran? And which American and Israeli defense companies are profiting from this conflict? Whenever conflict arises, it directly impacts the global economy. At the center of this is the military-industrial complex, a system where governments, armed forces, and defense contractors are deeply interconnected. According to Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, SIPRI, the United States dominates the global arms market. By 2025, U.S. military spending was projected to reach nearly $1 trillion, an unprecedented figure in modern history. Trump has set a target to raise this to $1.5 trillion by 2027. In 2024, the U.S. accounted for 37% of global military spending, totaling $997 billion. The top 100 defense companies earned a record $679 billion, with U.S. firms alone generating $334 billion, nearly half. Since the escalation of the Iran conflict, profits have surged. Within just a week, shares of major defense companies skyrocketed. Northrop Grumman, plus 5% Raytheon, plus 4.5% Lockheed Martin, plus 3%. The longer the war continues, the higher their profits climb. Every missile fired means depleted stockpiles and new billion-dollar contracts to replenish them. The U.S. Central Command has named this military campaign Operation Epic Fury. It involves over 20 advanced weapon systems across land, sea, air, and missile defense. For long-range strikes, the Tomahawk missile remains a key asset. Flying at low altitude, it evades radar detection and is launched from Arleigh Burke-class destroyer ships stationed in the Arabian Sea. On land, the M142 HIMARS system has deployed precision strike missiles capable of hitting targets up to 400 kilometers away. For defense, systems like the Patriot missile system and the AAAD intercept incoming threats at different altitudes. Drone warfare has also evolved. The low-cost Lucas suicide drone, inspired by Iranian Shahid drones, costs only $35,000 compared to the $40 million MQ-9 Reaper. In the air, the U.S. has deployed powerful aircraft like the B-2 Spirit, F-22 Raptor, and F-35 Lightning II, dropping 2,000-pound bombs on underground bunkers. Electronic warfare is carried out by aircraft like the EA-18G Growler, which jam enemy radar and communications. Surveillance systems include the E-3 Sentry and RC-135. constantly monitoring missile launches and communications. At sea, massive carriers like the USS Abraham Lincoln and USS Gerald R. Ford dominate strategic waters. So, who supplies all these weapons? The biggest beneficiary is Lockheed Martin, formed in 1995. Its products include the F-35, THAAD, HIMARS, and ATACMS missiles. In 2024, its revenue reached over $64 billion. RTX Corporation, formerly Raytheon, earned $43.6 billion, producing Tomahawk and Patriot systems. Northrop Grumman, known for the B-2 bomber, earned nearly $38 billion. Boeing generated over $30 billion from defense, producing aircraft like the EA-18G and P-8 Poseidon. General Dynamics builds submarines, tanks, and armored vehicles, earning $33.6 billion. Beyond the US, Israeli companies are also major players. Elbit Systems, drones, Battlefield Electronics, $6.3 billion revenue. Israel Aerospace Industries, missiles, satellites, $5.2 billion. Rafael Advanced Defense Systems, creator of the Iron Dome, $4.7 billion. Globally, military spending reached $2.7 trillion in 2024, a 9.4% increase. NATO countries plan to raise defense budgets to 5% of GDP by 2035. From March 2023 to March 2026, defense stocks surged. RTX plus 110%, Northrop Grumman plus 60%, General Dynamics plus 57%, Lockheed Martin plus 37%, Boeing plus 5%. For ordinary people, war is devastation. But for the military-industrial complex, it is simply numbers on a balance sheet. As long as missiles are fired and bombs explode, the profits of these corporations will continue to grow.